Hey everybody, this is Tiggy Maximus with Tiggy Maximus Talks, episode 189 on YouTube and Spotify. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast, watching the podcast, also for following, subscribing, donating to the podcast. If you haven't already, there's a link on my Spotify episode where it allows you guys to donate to the podcast. Also, there's a link in my YouTube episode where it leads you to the Spotify episodes where you can also click the link and make a donation to the podcast. Anything's appreciated, guys. So, this is episode 189. This will be kind of quick. So, we got UFC 305 coming from Perth, Australia. We got 12 great fights on the card, and I'm pretty excited. Main event, you got the middleweight championship. The champion Duplessis is defending his championship against former champion, former two-time champion of the middleweight division, Israel Adesanya. These two have been exchanging a lot of words. I guess you could say it's a little bit of bad blood, and they both have made, I guess you could say, Africa and Australia as their homes. So they seem to have a bit of a beef over Australia and Africa, and it's kind of entertaining. And all the trash talking, the back and forth, their road to come to tonight's championship fight. Everything is coming to an end tonight. We're going to see who is the better fighter. I'm pretty excited. I kind of have a hard time picking who would win this fight. So I I like Israel Adesanya because he's very great at kickboxing, great at boxing, very quick. Um, Although I don't really like his ground game, his wrestling, grappling. Now with Dricus Duplessis, guy has been quite somewhat impressive. He beat Robert Whitaker. He beat Sean Strickland for the title, and he has a chance to, I guess you could say, put a statement on this rivalry. And it'd be a big statement win if he wins. He could probably win on stand up, but if he doesn't, he does have a little bit of ground game from what I remembered. But I think his strength has been mostly the stand up game. And but I have seen it where in the Sean Strickland matchup, where he did take a lot of damage, but at the same time, he was also delivering the damage as well, as much as he was taking it. So I believe that was probably a split decision or something. It was a decision. So I would imagine in this one, kind of the same concept where Duplessis is probably going to take some damage, and you know it's going to be a war for 5 rounds. For 25 minutes, this would definitely go to decision. But I got a feeling Duplessis is going to pull out the victory. Very close decision tonight. Um, I'm going to say probably it's going to be a unanimous decision, 3-2 in favor of Duplessis. So, and once that happens, I guess the next number one contender will probably be Sean Strickland. And if not, that it could be the winner of Robert Whitaker and um, Hamchat Chimaev. So middleweight has some interesting options, so I can't wait. Um, Co-main event, we got Kai Kara France going up against Steve Urseg. This is a basically your number one contenders match for the flyweight championship. So both are pretty great. I've seen them fight. Some have a lot of heart. Um, there's going to be a lot of quick action going on. So um, I do get a feeling that Cara France is going to make this very hard for Urseg. Urseg had just fought for the title, but he will. Um, you know, I'm probably guessing that. I'm guessing that Urseg might eke out a victory, and it could be mostly from the stand up. Um, he might deliver some more damaging blows. It might translate for the rest of the fight. Um, so I'm picking Urseg over Kyra France by decision. Um, Next fight, we have a fight, I believe it's at 155, the lightweight division. We have Matthews Gamrot going up against Dan Herker. Should be an exciting fight, but I'm easily going to pick Gamrot to win this one. He's on his way up the ladder at 155, and sooner or later, he's going to get that title shot against Islam, or maybe quite possibly maybe a rematch with Darush. Um, I think that's right. If not, he did beat Fuzzy, who was a number one contender before. I think he was. Maybe number two. But, you know, in. Um, but for this particular fight, I would say Gamrot is going to defeat Hooker, and I believe it's going to be a by finish. We're probably going to see a TKO. Next, we have a heavyweight fight between fan favorite Tuivasa, Mr. Shui, and then we got Rosenstruck. I mean, honestly, I would say that Rosenstruck's biggest highlight in the UFC in the heavyweight division was knocking out Overeem, Alistair Overeem, with like, what was it, less than 5 seconds left um, in the fight of a 25-minute main event, I think a couple years ago. So, but ever since then, Rosenstruck, I think his only other big victory was probably against Junior Dos Santos. Other than that, Tuivasa, his biggest victory being Derek Lewis. Um, but he has been kind of sliding just a little bit with the top contenders, and he's starting to kind of. He has to get to that point where he needs to rethink his strategy if he wants to get back up there again. But I can tell he's having a lot of fun. Plus, he almost knocked out Sierra God. So, anywho, um, you know, it's hard to say who's going to win this one because, they both have knockout power, but I got a feeling Tuivasa is going to pull it out. He's going to get the knockout on Rosenstruck tonight. Um, Next, we have the Leech, Li Jing Lian. I believe there's going to be 170, and he's going to be fighting Carlos Prates, or Prats. So Carlos Prats, he's a product of the Dana White Contender Series, and he only needed one fight to impress Dana White. It was by finish, and well, I gotta say, it's gonna be an exciting fight because I like both fighters. Um, but I do know that the Leech does have a glass chin if hit at the right angle. And honestly, I think Carlos Prats is going to finish the Leech tonight. On the prelims, we got Junior Tafa going against Walter Walker. It should be an interesting heavyweight fight. I'm gonna probably guess that there won't be a decision. I'm gonna pick Walker over Tafa. We also have Kulibao and Ramos. That should be a fun fight, back and forth. Probably go to decision. I'll probably go with uh, I'll go with Culibao for that one. Next we have Casey O'Neill going up against Luana Santos. Um, that should be a fun fight. Um, I'm actually going to Pitchers and Ranch by Mosquitoes for that fight, so hopefully I catch it before they start. So, by the way, Pitchers has great food, great wings, great burger. Um, you got some dirty fries with tri-tip, and you can add a sunny side up egg. Um, so fried egg, yeah, makes a very interesting dirty fries. We also have a chimichurri bowl, pretty tasty with tri-tip. Um, their pizza, I would say, is pretty much hit or miss. Um, but yeah, um, going back to Luana Santos and Casey O'Neill, I want to say I'm going to go with Luana Santos to win this one. I mean, I was kind of leaning towards Casey O'Neill, but um, I'm going to go with Luana Santos. Next, we have Herbert Burns going up against Jack Jenkins. Um, it should be an interesting fight, but I think Jack Jenkins is going to win that one. Next, we have Tom Nolan going up against Alex Reyes. I'm going to go with Nolan over Reyes. Next, we have Glenn versus Kanan. Should be a fun fight. Both are been in the fight game for a while. I'm probably going to go with Kanan for this one. And the first fight of the entire 305 card tonight, we have Jesus Aguilar and Stuart Nicole. And, I'm going to go with Nicole. So those are my picks, guys. We got Nicole, Kanan, Nolan, Jenkins, Santos, Kulabau, Walker, Prats, Tuvasa, Gamrat, Urseg, and last but not least, Dracus Duplessis, DDP. So, guys, have a good time tonight watching the fights. Hope you guys have a good time with good friends, good company, good food. Have some good food. And watch some good action. And also, don't forget, guys, watch some good comedy shows. On the next episode, I'll be talking about comedy shows and food. I just found a new place for food. Well, for one, um, there was the um, Go Go Truck. It's part of Food Truck Thursdays at the Coronado Marriott parking lot. Um, I tried out their fried chicken banh mi, and then I tried out this place called For Musa in the Convoy Asian Cultural District. Um, so those are two interesting ones to talk about. Plus, I did get to have again the bulk burrito from Sayulitas. So interesting food items to talk about. Well, guys, like I said, uh, have some good food, watch some good action, be around some good company, and remember to watch some good comedy and good fights. So, um, so yeah, stay tuned for the next episode. Well, guys, have fun this weekend. I will talk to you guys later, and a lot more to talk about. The saying goes, boom! Tiggy Maximus, signing off. Baby! Hey, guys. Later.